Hey everyone, Hallie here. Today, Marvel Rivals just announced what's going to be coming with the mid-season update for Season 1 of Marvel Rivals with a new video, and we are going to be seeing some brand new characters, a new map, and some pretty interesting balance changes that I'm going to go over all in today's video. So if this video does help you guys out and gives you guys some good information, be sure to leave a like. So yes, it's been officially announced that with the middle of Season 1 coming, and the middle of every season, there will be a big update. And with this big update, we are going to be seeing the Thing and Human Torch added into the game, the Thing being a Vanguard character, and the Human Torch being a Duelist character. We're also going to be seeing a new map that I believe is a payload-style map, where it's set in Dracula's castle, which seems really cool. It's like a graveyard, and Dracula's there. It seems really interesting. I'm very excited to see this map. The first half of the Season 1 Battle Pass, or essentially just the Season 1 Battle Pass, will end on February 21st at 8 a.m. UTC. So rewards will be given out then for the ranked season, depending on where you placed as well. And also something important to note, with Marvel Rivals, you can work on these battle passes even if the new battle pass is out. So don't be too worried that a new battle pass is going to be coming out. It's just something else to work on if you are interested in that. Another thing on the topic of ranked and the second half of Season 1 starting, you will keep your rank whenever the second half of Season 1 starts, although you will get all of the rewards that are currently in the ranked track, which includes that Invisible Woman outfits and also the Crest of Honors that you can unlock. So when this second half of the season starts, you will remain the same rank, and if you want to get the new rewards, which will be a Human Torch skin, which is really cool, as well as some other interesting things, all you have to do is just complete 10 competitive matches, and wherever you end up ranking is the rewards that you will get, which is pretty sweet. Another change coming for those of you who are Grandmaster and above is the Crest of Honor will be unique for each rank that you hit. So if you're in Grandmaster, it'll look different compared to if you're in Celestial, which is pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure they had 2 different Crest of Honors, but now it will be unique to each specific rank within Marvel Rivals. So if you're in Grandmaster, you'll have the Grandmaster Crest of Honor. If you're in Celestial, you'll have the Celestial Crest of Honor. If you're in Top 500, you get the Top 500 Crest of Honor. It's pretty simple. Another huge change that is coming, and I guarantee you this is because of the Overwatch loot box thing that I was talking about literally just a couple days ago. We are seeing the ability to convert the Battle Pass Chrono tokens, those purple coins, into the units, which are the blue tokens you can use to purchase cosmetics. So, if I'm hearing this correctly, we're essentially going to be able to convert Battle Pass tokens into currency that we can use to purchase cosmetics, which is so awesome. We are going to be able to earn more cosmetics for free. This is a win. This is so cool. And it's completely optional too. If you don't want to convert your Battle Pass credits and you just want to keep working on the Battle Pass, you can keep doing that. But I'm also really interested to see if you don't purchase the Battle Pass, can you just convert the tokens to blue tokens constantly? That would be really interesting. But this is an absolute win. Absolutely fantastic change. I didn't even expect them to make such an amazing player-friendly change, but you really don't see changes like this given how greedy companies are, especially gaming companies. So yeah, this is awesome. You'll be able to convert Battle Pass tokens into currency that you can use to purchase skins. Absolute win for everyone. And now I would like to cover the balance changes. So those are the main things. We're going to be seeing 2 new characters, Human Torch and the Thing. If you are interested in the abilities and the specifics of those characters, I actually made a video about a month ago going over all the linked information that we have. So if you want to go into depth with those characters, be sure to check out that video. But let's go ahead and look at some of the balance changes that we will be seeing added into the second half of Season 1. So I just want to make it very clear that my specific information that I'm going to be going over is from a Reddit post where it was AI translated. And it was leaked. So it's possible that this isn't the most accurate thing, but given what they described in the video, I believe it's quite accurate. And I'm going to go over that real quick. So in the video that they released talking about the second act of Season 1, they talk about that Venom and Magic will be receiving a buff, Doctor Strange and Magneto will have less survivability, and there will also be some more specific characters, specific changes, such as Moon Knight, and Storm. So really not specific information in the video. So that is why I'm going to be going over this leaked post. So just keep in mind this is linked. This is a leaked, subject to change, but yeah, there's a lot of changes, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Venom's Frenzied Awl has been changed from vertical knockback to inwards knockback at a 75-degree angle, and also his ultimate cost will be reduced. So essentially, when you are using his ultimate, instead of knocking people up, you're going to be knocking people towards the center of your ultimate, where like the Venom head pops out. And also his ultimate will be cheaper. For Captain America, you will now be able to use his shield while jumping, as in you will be able to like protect yourself with the shield while in the air, which is super cool. Great change. The Vibranium Energy Saw projectile speed has been increased from 60 meters a second to 80 meters a second. And the ejection speed after a hit increased from 100 meters a second to 150 meters a second. For Thor, they removed cooldowns after the Rune Awakening skill duration ends. Groot's walls got a range buff where you can now place them from up to 18 meters, which is up from the previous 15 meters, which is fantastic to see. Magneto got a buff with his main attack going from 35 damage to 40, which is great to see. And his curtain energy cost went from 50 to 65. So essentially using his abilities is going to be a little bit more draining. And also the maximum duration of it went from 2 to 1.5 seconds. So he got a buff to his primary, but some of his skills took a little bit of a nerf. For Doctor Strange, he just got a flat reduction of health from 650 to 600. For Iron Fist, they are giving him a buff to his health from 250 to 300. His Jeet Kundo's attack, the first, second, and fifth attack damage have been reduced from 32 to 30. I believe that is his main attack. Third and fourth hits will have had their damage reduced from 16 to 15, and the sixth and final hit of that combo that he has had its damage reduced from 55 to 50. So overall, he got a buff to his HP, but he's getting hit with a damage nerf just to his main attack, which is pretty tough. The cooldown time of each hit to reduce the combo attack increased from 1 second to 1.5 seconds, and the damage of each hit of the Sun Punch decreased from 19 to 10. So yeah, that is nearly half of the damage. That is insane. They are brutalizing Iron Fist. Each hit of the Sun-shaped punch adds a 1.7 of the opponent's maximum health as damage. Similar mechanic to Wolverine, not a rage meter, so that's interesting. A nice little mechanic similar to Wolverine. His health regeneration ability, the Harmony Recover, had bonus HP provided increased from 50 to 150 with HP decay at 25 a second. So essentially you can just use that to heal yourself a little bit better, so that's great to see. For Dragon's defense, HP converted from block has increased from 150 to 200, so he got mostly nerfs, a couple of buffs, mainly to his HP as well as his defense ability, but wow, they really hurt Iron Fist's offensive capabilities, and I mean just damage output, that's crazy. Alright, now we have Mr. Fantastic. I really want to preface with this one. This is AI translation, so some of this might not make sense. Flexible elongation for Mr. Fantastic had its spell field increased from 2.5 to 5 meters, so a range buff. Now knocks enemies outwards after landing. I don't know what this means. It just says now knocks enemies outwards after landing. I don't know if that's flexible elongation or maybe it's his ultimate ability. Not too sure. Charge increased from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. I'm not sure if this is the charge of a skill. In that case, it just takes longer to charge, which is a little bit of a nerf. But the capabilities of it seems to have been buffed, which is nice. His ultimate Brainiac Bounce had its damage increased from 50 to 70. The energy cost of it, though, has been increased from 2,800 to 3,400. Pretty significant increase. And also his damage fall off. Damage starts to decaying at 3 meters to a max of 50 damage at 10 meters. So 10, yeah, wow. So yeah, Mr. Fantastic will have some damage fall off, which is interesting. For Iron Man, his Unibeam, which I believe is like the chest laser you can use, had its damage increased from 120 a second to 140, and his Armor Overdrive Unibeam, which is his like supercharged version of the Unibeam, had its damage increased from 180 to 190. Great buff. I don't know if he needed that buff, but he has it. Hawkeye is getting a buff. He is getting a 25 HP buff from 250 to 275. Hawkeye's explosive arrows had their damage decrease from 20 to 15, and their range of damage has been increased from 25 to 32. His crescent slashed like sword ability had its cooldown decrease, which is great to see, from 15 seconds to 12. And his ultimate, the bow charge speed is accelerated, and the draw speed increases from 1.2 to 1.35. So overall, he got a buff. Now we have Storm, an absolute menace. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how they changed her. Wind blade damage at 30 meters reduced from 70% to 60%. So 10% damage reduction on the wind blade, which is interesting. For her aura, she's getting a decrease to her self boost from 16% to 12%, and the boost that she gives to her teammates is being increased from 8% to 10%. So that's interesting. The boost that she gives herself is being decreased by 4%, and the teammate boost she gives is increased by 2%. So you're going to be more incentivized to play with your teammates as Storm. Will this be enough, though? I'm not too sure. And her Thunder Boost ability had its self-boost damage increased. Or, I'm pretty sure that they meant decrease, but again, this is AI translation, from 30% to 25%. So it seems like she'll be doing a little bit less damage when she boosts herself with her Thunder ability. So just very interesting to see. I want to know if this will be enough to make it so Storm isn't banned every single competitive game. Will it be? Do you guys think it will be? I really don't know. For Star-Lord, his ultimate cost is being increased significantly, about 50%, from 1,200 to 1,800. Also important to note that his ultimate apparently wasn't changed. His rocket boots have more feel now, so I'm assuming like, I don't know if that's the rocket boots of his ultimate or his rocket boots ability, but that's just like a note that's in there. So I don't know if that's like a change, but his ultimate costs more. That's a big takeaway with Star-Lord. For Scarlet Witch, her ultimate now gives you 100 HP when you cast it to prevent you from being shot at. So interesting buff to Scarlet Witch, pretty significant one for ultimate. For Spider-Man, his web shooter's recharge time has decreased from 3 seconds to 2.5, so he will be even more of a menace, which is great. Moon Knight, his ultimate, Khonshu's fist speed has been reduced, so I'm interested if that is the time it takes to cast the ultimate, or the ultimate the meteors that it rains down. Are they going to be slower? Will his ultimate be more survivable? Interesting to see, because Moon Knight's ultimate is one of those ultimates where, you know, it's like Iron Man's. You just die instantly. Not as instantly as Iron Man, but, you know. And to compensate for the slower ultimate that Moon Knight now has, each fist will do that rains from his ultimate will do 150 damage as compared to 75. So that is doubling the damage of each fist from Moon Knight's ultimate, but the fist speed has been reduced. Now, it just says the fist speed has been reduced. My question is, how much? Was it reduced by half? Or is this going to be an ultimate where you can manually dodge each of the individual fists that come down? It'll be really interesting to see. That would be a significant nerf to Moon Knight, so I'm interested in that for sure. Black Widow is getting her rifle capacity nearly doubled from 8 shots to 15. And the slowdown effect from her ultimate has been reduced from 80% to 55%. For Magic, her spin ability has received a nerf when she's normally using it, not during her ultimate, so her whirl ability, from 45 damage to 40. Her Demon's Rage normal ability also got its damage reduced from 80 damage a second to 72. However, her ultimate got a cost reduction from 3,700 to 3,400. So her main attacks are going to be a little bit weaker, or like her main abilities when you aren't in her ultimate are going to be a little bit weaker, but you'll be able to use her ultimate a little bit more frequently, and those abilities will be unchanged. So that's great to see. We're going to move on to the strategists. For Adam Warlock, his primary fire is getting a damage buff from 55 to 60. However, he received a significant damage fall off from 60% damage fall off up to or at 40 meters. Previously, his damage fall off was 50%, 8% at this range, so not too big of a change. It's only a 10% change, but still less damage. Out of Morlock's Soul Bond ability, it had its healing increase from 10 to 15 a second. Cloak and Dagger, this is a big one. Her ultimate is being increased from 3,400 to 4,000. Her ultimate, the dash that she leaves behind will only last 8 seconds as opposed to the 10 seconds that currently lasts. The pause between dashes has been reduced as well from 1 second to 0.67 seconds, so you'll be dashing a little bit quicker and stopping, less frequent, or not less frequently, but you'll be taking shorter stops when you're using the Cloak and Dagger ultimate. And finally, this is a big change. The healing effect on the dash doesn't stack. It is only one lane of healing, works at a time. So her Cloak and Dagger's healing is her ultimate mainly is taking a big hit. And for the Terror Cape, the vulnerability on enemies increased from 20% to 28%. So Cloak, when you use the Terror Cape ability, is going to be able to do it a little bit more damage. So that's nice, but overall, Cloak and Dagger received a significant nerf to their ultimate. Luna Snow had her ultimate increase from 4,000 to 4,500, so it'll take a little bit longer to charge. Loki had a similar change, going from a 3,400 ultimate to a 4,000 ultimate. He also is going to be having more ammo. He is going from 10 shots in his staff to 12. Mantis is getting a nerf with her ultimate. The bonus HP is reduced from 100 to 75. Invisible Woman is getting a ultimate increased cost. Her ultimate is going to take a tiny bit longer to charge from 4,000 to 4,300. And I also do want to tell you guys that the new characters will be revealed in a trailer. This information just came out while I was recording this video. But if you are interested in seeing the new characters, I already made a video going over all of their abilities and their roles. So I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think about this new season and the changes that are going to be coming. I personally am very excited. And I'm super excited just for the season to shake up a little bit. So let me know what you all think. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if this video did help you out. Subscribe if you want to see more Marvel Rivals content. But yeah, that's all I have to say for today. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.